The moment Barron Trump's RNC delegate appointment was suddenly reversed, the political world went into instant confusion. What looked like a straightforward assignment became a turning point filled with unanswered questions. The reversal wasn't explained, and because of that, theories began spreading faster than the news itself. It didn't feel like a scheduling issue or a simple miscommunication. It felt like something deeper was happening behind the scenes. As discussions grew, whispers spread about tension inside the Trump family. Whispers that hinted at disagreements over Barron's involvement in politics, his public exposure, and even the forces guiding his next steps. Every major outlet tried to piece together what happened, but no one could give a clear answer. That silence only fueled speculation. Was the family protecting him? Was there internal conflict? Was he being pulled into something he wasn't prepared for? This moment became more than a political shift. It became the opening to a much larger story filled with secrecy, pressure, rumors, and decisions made far from the public eye.
The revelation that Barron was connected to an estimated $150 million in crypto instantly ignited controversy. Financial experts questioned the valuation, politicians debated the optics, and online communities exploded with claims that ranged from admiration to speculation about manipulation. To many, the number wasn't just a financial detail, it was a symbol. Some side has proved that Barron was already being positioned as a future digital era figure, while others believed it was nothing more than a strategic exaggeration pulled into the public conversation. Inside the Trump circle, the topic reportedly caused friction. Some argued that tying his image to volatile markets was reckless. Others insisted it showcased the family's ability to adapt to newer forms of influence. The debate wasn't really about the money. It was about control. Who was guiding Barron's image? Who wanted him connected to emerging industries? And why now? The $150 million figure didn't just raise eyebrows. It kicked off a chain reaction of commentary that made his role in the family more complicated than ever.
When Melania Trump chose to delay her move to the White House after the 2016 election, it became one of the quietest yet most impactful decisions of the early administration. Without her and Barron present, staff faced logistical challenges, from scheduling routines to coordinating ceremonies. Some insiders believed the delay disrupted the structure the new administration needed during its chaotic early months. Rumors spread that certain advisors grew frustrated with Melania's insistence on staying in New York, especially as it added complications for security teams and planning committees. Beyond the political frustrations, the decision revealed something deeper. Barron was entering a world that was drastically different from any other presidential child in recent decades. His privacy became a high-pressure topic, and the environment around him turned into a constant negotiation between family needs and political expectations. That early divide created tension that didn't disappear. It shaped how Barron would be protected for years to come.
Once Melania and Barron finally moved into the White House, the First Lady built a protective barrier around her son that quickly became a source of friction within the administration. Access to Barron was tightly controlled, with Melania pushing back against any attempts to increase his public appearances or integrate him into typical White House routines. Even some allies quietly admitted that her approach made coordination difficult, especially when political advisors wanted the family to present a united public image. This protective approach didn't start inside the White House. It intensified there. Melania's parents became part of a close inner circle that operated separately from Trump's political machinery. Then came the disturbing online comment from Peter Fonda, which escalated concerns and reinforced her zero-tolerance stance toward threats. The moment only strengthened her resolve, making it clear that Barron's safety and privacy would override every political consideration. But this tight shield didn't just protect him, it created deeper divides behind the scenes.
While Trump's older children played prominent roles in his political world, Barron remained noticeably absent from rallies, meetings, and campaign appearances. His limited presence fueled endless speculation. Some believed Melania refused to let him become part of the campaign machine. Others thought Donald wanted him on stage more often, but had to respect boundaries that were non-negotiable. Every major family moment, from farewell events to speeches to campaign launches, triggered discussions the moment Barron wasn't visible. Even comments about language barriers at certain times contributed to theories that his private life was intentionally isolated. His siblings were deeply involved in strategy, media, and public messaging, while Barron lived in a separate orbit, protected and detached from political expectations. This distance didn't calm speculation, it amplified it, creating an aura of mystery around the youngest Trump and suggesting that internal disagreements shaped every decision surrounding him.
Anytime Barron appeared in public, even briefly, the reaction was immediate. When he stood next to his father at the 2024 campaign launch, thousands of comments flooded the internet within minutes. Supporters praised him, critics attacked him, and analysts dug into the symbolism behind his presence. What made the moment even more controversial was the absence of Don Jr. and Ivanka, fueling debates about shifting dynamics inside the family. Earlier, when Mongolia gifted him a horse, what should have been a harmless diplomatic gesture spiraled into heated discourse. Some called it soft power symbolism, others mocked it, and a few even tied it to political strategy. Every small detail involving Barron turned into a flashpoint, not because of what he did, but because the world had turned him into a symbol, whether he wanted it or not. His appearances were rare, and that rarity made every sighting louder and more divisive. Barron found himself at the center of a viral TikTok storm built around an old book featuring a character named Barron Trump. What started as a small coincidence became a massive trend, with creators posting long breakdowns, theories, timelines, and comparisons. The internet ran wild with connections between fiction and reality, creating an entirely new narrative that had nothing to do with Barron himself. Some framed him as part of a bizarre prophecy. Others mocked the theory, and entire communities built content around the idea. Even though he remained silent, his name gained millions of views across platforms. The frenzy showed how quickly the internet could transform a private individual into a myth-like figure. Without posting a single response, Barron became the center of a digital phenomenon that shaped his public image in ways completely outside his control. When Barron started college at NYU, privacy and safety became immediate concerns. Reports circulated about unwanted attention from online stalkers and extremist accounts, some attempting to track his movements around campus. For security teams, the situation became increasingly difficult to manage. Not long after, his move to the DC campus triggered speculation about whether the decision was safety-driven, politically strategic, or influenced by internal family preferences. Then, unofficial rumors emerged, claiming he had offered opinions on certain digital strategies behind closed doors. Whether or not the stories held any weight, the fact they spread so easily showed how people were eager to attach influence to him. His college life, instead of being a quiet chapter, turned into another source of rumors, theories, and pressure, all pointing back to the question of what role he was being shaped for. When Kimberly Guilfoyle posted a Christmas photo featuring Barron, the internet immediately lit up. It wasn't just a family picture,
it became a piece of evidence used to fuel debates about his evolving role. Some saw it as a sign that Melania was relaxing her tight restrictions. Others claimed it signaled a strategic move to present Barron as part of the political landscape. Supporters celebrated it. Critics dissected it. Analysts debated what the image implied for the future. For weeks, people argued over whether this was an intentional shift or an accidental slip. The photo didn't answer anything, but it asked countless new questions about who controls Barron's public image, how much influence he'll eventually hold, and what direction his life is steering toward. When Kimberly Guilfoyle posted a Christmas photo featuring Barron, the internet immediately lit up. It wasn't just a family picture, it became a piece of evidence used to fuel debates about his evolving role. Some saw it as a sign that Melania was relaxing her tight restrictions. Others claimed it signaled a strategic move to present Barron as part of the political landscape. Supporters celebrated it. Critics dissected it. Analysts debated what the image implied for the future. For weeks, people argued over whether this was an intentional shift or an accidental slip. The photo didn't answer anything, but it asked countless new questions about who controls Barron's public image, how much influence he'll eventually hold, and what direction his life is steering toward.
Barron Trump's life has become a complex mix of secrecy, speculation, and public fascination. Every decision made around him, from his limited appearances to the controversies attached to his name, has contributed to an image shaped by forces far beyond his own control. He is at the center of family dynamics, political expectations, online conspiracies, and a level of public interest that grows with every new rumor or photograph. His future remains unpredictable, not because of uncertainty, but because of the enormous weight placed on every move. Whether he stays private or steps into a larger role, the world is watching closely, waiting for the next clue. And in a story filled with unspoken conflicts and hidden pressures, his next chapter may become one of the most intriguing developments in modern public life.
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And see you soon.